Welcome back to my show. This is Carlos, the student, and today I'll be talking about how to start with $300 in the stock market. And today I'll be talking about 5 stocks that I recently purchased. And one of the stocks is brand new into my list, so that will equal 14 stocks that I own in my portfolio. And it's continued growing, and I'm really proud of it. And the only reason I picked these 5 stocks under $300 is because these dividend stocks pay every quarterly. Now, if I do every quarterly, but at different months, I'll be gaining, I'll be getting dividends every month. So that's the only reason I pick it, and maybe you can follow that strategy because I usually don't like to buy a whole chunk because I could be impatient sometimes with the dividend payments. I'd rather have it like a evenly, cash flow coming in every month. So that's my strategy. So I also like to point out that my dividend portfolio is my total gains is still in the negative. Negative 1,221 plus change. That really doesn't bother me. As long as I'm getting paid dividends, I'll make it up in the long run. So something to point out too. But other than that, so far there's no dividend cuts, no dividend suspend or anything. I've been hearing about Wells Fargo, but let's see what's going on. Let's see what happens. So just give you a little update for this week. So there's another way to see my portfolio in a pie graph chart, which I really it's cool. I don't mind. But if you can see, my large cap is about 72%. My mid-size cap is about almost 8%, and my international is almost like 20%. So I like to diversify it. I don't like to use bonds. I just don't. And for the cash I'll be talking about is that last week when I got paid 600 and something in dividends, I decided to use half of it for this week's stocks, and the other 300 to myself, so I can treat myself, buy some clothes, stuff like that. So that's another way how to use your money, or be smart with your money, or you just can use your 600 and reinvest it on the stock market, whatever you like. But that was the way I strategized for that week. So that's something to talk about. So these are the 5 stocks that I bought this week on Friday on the open market. So I bought it in open market. So I bought 5 stocks. On one of the 5 stocks, I bought 3 shares of Pfizer, which is one of my brand new ones in the list of my portfolio. So it's good to have. It's a pharmaceutical company that involves with drugs. I believe they make Viagra for men and other pharmaceutical drugs. And also they're working on the world crisis pandemic, COVID-19 situation. They're also involved in that, and how to get a cure from that. And the other 4 is already bought in my list, but they've been paying me steady dividends, so I continue to buy some more. One of them is BTI, which is British American Tobacco Company, at $35 change plus change. One of them is another sin stock. It's Universal Corporation, UBV. I bought it around $40 plus change. Philip Morris, another sin stock, and MO, another sin stock. Philip Morris was 74 or 75 plus change, plus around $75, and $41 on MO, Altria. Now I added these 5 stocks. Now remember, I bought 3 shares of Pfizer's, which comes down to like 100 and something. Now with all these 5 stocks, it equal around $300.61. That was my total expense of buying dividend stocks. These 5 dividend stocks. And the right side is the how much they're paying in dividends. So since I bought 3 shares of Pfizer, I'll be getting around $1.14. I like to dollar cost average around here when it comes to small stocks. In my small portfolio percentage. Now, when it comes, and then 67 cents on British American Tobacco, 77 cents on Universal Corporation, and $1.17 on one share of Philip Morris, and 84 cents on one share of MO. So these right sides are my dividends, so they're going to pay me, and it equals about $4.59, which is okay, to start off, these for your dividends. So, but you need to remember that, you need to keep in mind that your dividends that you're buying for $300 equals, you get $4.49. Now, this money you're never gonna work for it anymore. So you need to keep in mind, like, if you continue investing, it'll add up. You reach $5, and then at the end, you might be surprised $20, and you continue to investing in dividend stocks, and so all of a sudden you'll be reaching to $300 a month. So you just gotta be consistent, and just narrow down your choices on dividend stocks. Do your some research, and you'll be surprised how much dividends you'll be receiving every month. Now, these 5 stocks would pay me different every month. They'll pay me dividends every month, on different months, except for Philip Morris, except for BTI and UVE will pay you around the same month, so it will equal around $1 and something. Philip Morris and Altria, they pay around the same month that on dividends, so they'll pay you around $2 in each month. And I believe the only one that would pay me on different months would be Pfizer, $1.14. So all these 5 stocks would pay me on different months. That will pretty much give me $1 plus change on every month. So it's not so bad, if you start off in your dividends, if you're a dividend investor. Something to ponder about and think about your dividend strategy. Speaking of research, I do like to do some research when it comes to me picking new dividend stocks. And the new dividend stocks I'll be buying that I bought this week, which I already talked about, it's Pfizer. Now, a little brief summary about what they do is that Pfizer is a research-based global pharmaceutical company that deals with essential health and focus on vaccines and other type of medicines. One of their products that been successful is brands like Preventer 13, Oxygen, other pills that other medicines that I can't pronounce, and one of them is Viagra. So something to think about. And right now they're also focusing on the new viruses out there, and that's affecting the whole world. And right now in the stock market, the tech companies and the pharmaceutical companies are having a good gaining growth. So there's something to also think about. When it comes to my tech, I'm not really into tech companies, but now I'm looking to tech companies because now this virus affect the workplace on every single tower or building, commercial property out there. So something to think about, and I'll be buying some tech companies in the future, that's for sure. But the only tech company that I own right now is IBM, and they're doing pretty good. And I'll be looking more into tech companies that can pay me dividends. So I'll be doing some research in the near future.